How would you tell the story of us? Graphic novel.
Yeah, what a graphic novel. No.
I know the answer to that. I would write one of those romance novels that's like $1 at one of those like random stores.
Okay.
And it's like super frivolous or like super like amped up or, you know, really gaudy. The first time we met should have been us on the beach in Hawaii, and it should be like a K-drama where like I fall in the sand and you like catch me and it's like, oh my God, it's you.
And the music starts playing. And
Exactly.
It's
That's how I would write the story of us. But like not on the beach, but you know.
I think it was by chance. Our meeting was by chance, you know, when we signed up on that site. I didn't expect anything from it.
I didn't.
Right. I'd let everyone know. Like I went in there blind just as a joke, you know, like I didn't take it seriously. I didn't think I was going to meet anyone on there because I didn't believe in using any dating sites or apps.
Me neither. It took me a long time to actually pay for it. Like months to be like, okay, I'll pay for it and see where it goes.
Right.
I'm really glad that you said something first.
No, I'm glad I did too. And
because I was way too shy to do that.
I didn't know how you would have responded, if you would have responded, because I was asking a super nerdy question. Well, it wasn't nerdy to me, but
it's a nerdy question.
It can be perceived by others that way.
It's a nerdy question.
Yeah, so...
It was about Star Wars.
It was about Star Wars, right. So I remember I asked you who your favorite Star Wars character was, and then you told me it was Obi-Wan. And then I came back.
Like my answer.
I didn't like your answer, and I told you mine, and I went into like detail with Star Wars lore, and
you got all super nerd on me. I was like, wow, okay, this guy really is a Star Wars fan.
And then you came back and you told me, well, I'm not that much of a big follower. You don't know that much of
I will be though.
Okay.
You'll teach me.
I'll teach you the dark side.
Oh, never mind.
How is our in-person relationship different from our online one?
Oh, I know. We're still getting used to each other's like mannerisms.
Okay.
And like yeah.
You can say anything. I don't care.
No. If we're getting used to each other's mannerisms and like the way we behave in certain situations. I didn't think you were as stressed out as I was or as much of a worrier as I was because I was only on camera with you certain times of the day for however many hours. But actually being with you, I can actually see like you really are just like me. Like you're a ball of stress too.
Yeah, you finally see what was going on.
Yes.
Off hours
exactly.
of Skype.
And I'm like, how do I help you, but also not freak myself out at the same time? Yeah.
Same. You bring the same things to me, and I think one of the noticeable differences, right, is just having that physical touch and being able to wake up next to you and kiss you good morning and hold your hand.
Where's your face?
And we've had breakfast together every day since I've been here, right? We made it a point to spend that time together because I'm going to be working most of the day and you'll be working too. And if we don't have breakfast together, we make it a point to have dinner together. We've done it a few times where we'll eat, we'll talk, and we'll play like one round of a board game. We played, what do we play? We played Mancala. We've played Cobra Paws, which you cheated. You clearly cheated.
I didn't cheat. You know what? If you let me cheat, then that's kind of your fault. But I didn't cheat anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You cheated.
It's irrelevant. I did not. Anyway. I went fair and square, okay?
No, we're going to rematch then.
And you'll still lose again.
We'll see.
You will. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh,
the physical touch thing.
Yeah.
I can, like, touch your face now. That's so cool. Like, before, you were this tiny little person on a screen. I mean, you know. And then remember when you first visited me and I like, was with you in real life and I was like, you're so, like, magnified. You just seemed larger than life to me because, like, all of a sudden you weren't on a screen anymore. And I still feel like that sometimes when I look at you, I'm like, he's huge. Like, not in a bad way, but just like, holy crap, this person's real.
Right. I think another thing too, right, is our ability, well, mainly your ability to express our love languages to each other. So I'm more speaking. I say and express myself more with words, whereas you You like that physical touch, right? You like to express yourself with the physical touch. And that has been...
I want all the snuggles. And I give all the snuggles.
Yeah, that has been peaceful and calming, and just has made everything better, you know? Because it's one thing for me to express my feelings to words, but to actually have that physical touch added to that equation just kind of elevates everything else that we're already feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm. What do you think I'm hesitant to tell you?
There are personal things you've hinted at to me that you haven't told me yet, that have had to do with your upbringing growing up, things that have happened with your mom and yourself, and how that has affected you, right? And so I'm never going to press you on that. I'm never going to force you to share any information with me, even if, you know, we're together 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If you still haven't told me those things, I'm not going to pressure you or force you to share things with me that you're not comfortable with. But I will be there for you, you know, whenever you feel like the time is right to share those things with me. I'll be here for you, and I'll listen just as I've listened many times before. I'll continue to listen instead of thinking about, oh man, that one personal thing she told me, she still hasn't told me yet. Is she ever going to tell me? Like, I don't like to dwell on things that are...
I love that about you.
Out of my control, because, you know...
Yeah, because I can tell you before, and hey, there's some really deep shit that I've been through. I'll tell you about it someday, but I'm not ready right now. Or like, it's the sort of the kind of stuff that needs to come up naturally in conversation, not... If I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to blurt it out because I don't want my mind to go back there right now. So I appreciate that you don't pressure me about it.
What's an intimate fantasy of yours that you haven't shared with me yet?
Oh my God.
I'm curious. Something just came up in your mind. I know that look. You have an idea?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Why, do you have one?
I have a few.
A few? Okay.
Some that come to mind.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
Okay.
When were you the most in love with me?
Oh my God. Oh, well, like every day. Yeah. When you kiss me goodnight. And you can't find my face because it's dark.
Where's your face?
And when you joke around with me, when you make me smile. When I make you coffee in the morning. And when you say thank you for making coffee in the morning. And you drink it. I don't even know if it tastes good, but you're just like, I'm going to drink this coffee.
Coffee is coffee. As long as it's black, then I'm fine.
Still, like, you have manners. So I'm very in love with you when you have manners. And when you, like, do stuff, like dishes or clean something or fold clothes or whatever, when you're not lazy and, you know, you help out around the house and stuff, like, I'm so in love with you when you do that stuff. That's a turn on.
Okay.
I was like, a man in an apron, that's a turn on. How do you love me?
Oof. How do you love me? I think it's there's levels to it. I mean, the way that I see
I'm
it.
just like, what?
Yeah, for me anyway, there's levels to it.
Explain, I'm interested.
I think for one, the first thing that comes to mind is, you know, how I support you and listen to you and care for you.
That's what I was gonna say. That's how you are.
Just showing you that I'm actually here. And whether that's cooking you breakfast, making you tea, getting you dino nuggies from the freezer,
No shame.
filling up your water bottle, all those little things that I can't do if I'm away, right? I don't even need to think about doing these things for you.
I needed somebody in my life like that. You're so handsome.
And you're pretty.
Thanks.